That thing in your pocket, maybe even in your hand right now, is it just a fun distraction or is it a serious tool for building your future? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn your phone from something that costs you money into a seriously valuable asset. Okay, just take a quick look at this. On the left, you've got the toy. We all know what that looks like. Endless scrolling, notifications buzzing all the time, those little impulse buys that add up. Then on the right, you have the tool, building skills, creating stuff, maybe even managing your investments. Now, be honest for a second. Which column feels a little more like your life right now? Yeah, for most of us, if we're really being real, that toy column, it hits a little too close to home. It often feels less like something we're in control of and more like a liability, right? A constant distraction that just seems to pull us away from what we actually want to be doing. And here's the thing, it's not totally your fault. These devices, the apps, the algorithms behind them, they are brilliantly designed to keep you consuming, to keep you scrolling, watching, and buying. The path of least resistance is, by design, to just sit back and consume. And it's not just a time suck. When you actually add it all up, the phone itself, your monthly plan, all those little app subscriptions, the average person is spending around $800 a year. So for a lot of people, the phone isn't just costing them time, it's a pretty significant ongoing hit to their wallet. But here's where we pivot. This is where it gets good. The problem isn't the piece of tech in your hand, not at all. It's our relationship with the tech. And that, well, that is something we have 100% control over. This is all about a revolution in your mindset. So this is the absolute key takeaway. You have the power to completely reprogram this relationship. You can make a conscious choice to shift from being a consumer to being a creator. And believe me, your phone is the most powerful tool you've got to make that happen. And when we keep saying turn it into an asset, what does that even mean? Well, think of it like this. An asset is something you own that works for you. It provides some kind of future benefit. It generates value over time instead of just costing you time and money. Oprah Winfrey just nailed it with this quote. The phone itself doesn't need to change for its value to you to absolutely skyrocket. What needs to change is our attitude, our intention for how we're going to use it. So, all right, enough theory. How do we actually do this? This next part, this is the playbook. We're getting into the practical, step-by-step guide to make this transformation a reality. The big question, right? Where do you even begin? I know it can feel a little overwhelming to try and change these deep-seated habits, but the good news is we can break it all down into a really simple, actionable plan. Okay, let's dive in. It really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. That's it. Curate, schedule, and create. Let's break down exactly what each of those means. First up, curate. I want you to start thinking of yourself as the curator of a museum, and your phone is the main exhibit. You get to decide what goes in it. That means you gotta be ruthless. Delete the distracting apps. If it's not helping you reach your goals, it's out. Then you intentionally add in production apps, tools for writing, learning to code, designing, whatever. And finally, you organize your home screen so the first thing you see are your tools, not your toys. Step 2 is schedule. Look, your time and your focus are your most valuable resources. You have to protect them. So block out specific times in your calendar for focused work where you're using your phone as a tool. Use Do Not Disturb not just for emergencies, but strategically, like it's your default mode. And here's the big one. Go into your settings and turn off every single notification that isn't absolutely critical. You won't miss them, I promise. And finally, step 3 is to create every single day. Now, this doesn't have to be some huge masterpiece. The goal here is consistency, not intensity. Just write 100 words in a notes app. Use a language app to learn one new phrase. Share one idea you had. These small daily acts of creation literally start to rewire your brain from consumption to production. So what happens when you actually do this? When you put these 3 steps into practice consistently? Well, this is where we start to unlock the incredible and kind of hidden value of that device in your pocket. I mean, just look at this. The transformation is pretty stark, right? You go from the toy phone, which we've already seen is a financial drain, costing you about $800 a year, all the way over to the asset phone with a potential value of $10,000 or even more. But let's be super clear about what we mean by $10,000. This isn't just about finding an app that prints money. It's the total value you unlock. Think about it. It's the value of learning a new skill that gets you a promotion at work. It's the side income from a little business you run completely from your phone. It's landing a freelance gig because you built a small portfolio with a design app. It's all of that combined value that you've created. And that brings us to the final and honestly the most important piece of the puzzle, making this change stick for good. It's all about adopting this $10,000 asset mindset for the long haul. And this right here perfectly illustrates that core shift in thinking. Stop seeing your phone as just a window that you look through to watch a world of distractions. Start seeing it as a workshop. It's your personal studio, your lab, your library. It is the place where you actually build things for your future. So I'll just leave you with this one question. We've pretty much established that your phone is a tool, and it's arguably the most powerful tool ever created that you can just carry around in your pocket. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?